Today we're unboxing Photon Hypernova, and we're hoping to get a Starlight Blazing Cartesia. I don't think she's a Starlight in this set. Actually, now I'm thinking about it.
I don't speak German.
It's rarity, okay?
We'll make you speak German.
Just because I am part German doesn't mean I want to speak it.
We will make you speak German, and it's not even
The
German.
only way I'm speaking German is if Ash and Yugi, Ash vs. Yugi happens, and I really hope it doesn't.
It's in Japanese, dumbass.
Anyway, hi YouTube. I don't know a lot about Dark Souls or Skyrim, but these two do.
Dip.
Look at my face.
I can't see your face. You don't have a face cam.
I have a Hina face.
And it's dumb.
Wow. Anyway, I don't know much about these franchises, but these two do, so enjoy watching them scream at each other for however long this is. Alright.
Alright, how do we want us to begin?
Argue. Yell at each other. Be entertaining.
Okay, do they even know who we are?
I'm fairly confident they're cognitively aware of you two.
Alright, but fair. I mean, but still,
Alright,
you know.
in the corner of Dark Souls, we have Shankity Dankity the Second, aka Dark Shark.
Yes, I am Dark Shark on the side of Dark Souls. Is where I am dark.
And also Shark. Then, in the other corner, we have the Wavon of Wavon. The Sonya Nevermind themselves,
Canadian.
who is Canadian and likes maple syrup. And is defending the rim of the sky.
It makes sense because it's snowing in Canada and it's also snowing in Skyrim.
See,
Exactly.
there's logic.
Whoa.
Yes, spoilers, Raven's Canadian.
Whoa. Man. This is like worse than when I got endgames for me.
Yeah. I can't believe that Thanos died.
I can't believe Iron Man hit the gritty.
Just argue about the screaming people.
Well, how do you want it to start exactly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you're
Oh great, I had to participate. I was planning to be on vacation. Damn it.
What are the grounds that we should be debating on?
Okay, you know what? We'll just do rounds. That'll make more sense.
Thank you.
All right. Strength. Who's stronger? Like physically.
Like who's physically capable of putting up the most, like, okay.
Which one of these two
Okay,
punches
just so
better?
we make sure we understand this, we are specifically going off of the chosen undead from Dark Souls 1 and only Dark Souls 1, right?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna assume yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go off the assumption that it's only Dark Souls 1, which does underpower him a little bit, but still, we can make this work.
I mean, is he in the other games?
I mean, ish. Like the characters you play as are different, have a different title, but they're still undead. They're like the destined undead, quote unquote.
It probably still counts then. I'd say you can use it.
Okay. The only problem is I haven't played through all of Dark Souls 3, so that's gonna be so I'm gonna be kind of biased with just 1 and 2. But I think I can make that work.
Okay.
And more now. All right. So, in terms of strength. It takes a lot of muscle to carry around a giant fucking dragon tooth, for instance, and use it as a giant club. But the thing is that even at like low strength, which is like I think the lowest they can get in the stat block is like 1. It is just like a 1 stat block, which I don't. But the soft cap is like 50, but it's technically 100. But whatever. Is that you can still carry the weapon around, you just can't use it all that well. Like you can't swing it around all that well, but you can still like carry it on your back or whatever. In Dark Souls 2, you have there is the Taken King, I believe it is, or it's I don't remember his exact title, but he is a giant demon, and he is about like compared to you, he's about like he towers over like he's like 4 times your height.
Hasn't he fought like dragons or something?
Yes, the Calamite, I think that's his name. Dark Souls, like a Calamite. Yeah, Calamite is a giant black dragon that is, for size comparison, I think he's like minimum like 15 times your size. Like if you're going by just Link alone, and you can slay him without weakening him, which is, in my opinion, kind of required. I've never beaten Calamite without having him be crippled.
So okay, so you beat a giant dragon. Cool. Raven, what you got?
We've been,
Alright, so for just feats of pure lifting strength, I've provided a couple of images. You don't have to add these in the video, but first image is a giant Dragonbone Warhammer the size of a person. The Dragonborn can swing this thing around without any real repercussion. The second one is a giant with a screenshot taken at about eye level. The Dragonborn is able to pick up and carry this thing across the land. In terms of what he's fought in terms of strength, he's able to hold open the jaws of dragons, and is able to go hand to hand with orcs, which are like straight up absolute units. My question is, are we going more based on gameplay or lore-wise?
Lore. Definitely lore.
Okay.
Oh man, there's so many weapons.
I think going off of right now, it's been mostly gameplay.
Hold on, let me go off. Let me get Smout's hammer.
Yeah, because physically what I'm hearing is they sound fairly similar. Alright, Speed, what you got?
Speed. So here we have the first real instance of the Dragonborn's shouts, because we have the Whirlwind Sprint, which drastically increases his movement speed briefly while he acts out. Allows him to use a massive dash, essentially moving him forward. I think it's something like upwards of 60 feet in a single, less than 2 seconds.
You never dodge like lightning or a light beam or any bullshit like that?
He dodges lightning.
And that would be light. Yeah, that's lightning timing then.
There's lightning magic, and well, I mean, there's also light magic, but you only ever fight it if you choose the evil option for the Dawnguard questline.
I mean, it's still something he can choose to do. So I mean, if you can dodge a light magic.
Technically speaking, you can dodge light magic, but it doesn't fly at light speed.
Yeah, then I guess lightning. Then it's more contentious.
Yeah, lightning you could easily say.
Okay, cool. That's what you got, Shen?
All right, so again, this all really depends on what the chosen undead is wearing. He can either be rock from the armor set of Havel, or he can just go naked, and just dodge fucking everything like it's nothing. But for speed, or for specific things, we actually do have a lot of examples for that. For instance, in faith builds, you actually can channel lightning from the gods. And throw that at other chosen undeads, and because of time being weird in the PvP system, and they can throw that at you, and you can dodge that like it's nothing per se. But again, with Ornstein and Smal's fight, Ornstein is a dragon slayer that utilizes lightning magic. Or no, he utilizes using lightning in all of his attacks. One of his biggest moves is to jump up, slam down, and make a giant field of electricity all around him. And the Chosen Undead can easily dodge that.
Okay.
We have that.
Is it just a
Sunlight
weapon?
Blade. So it's a more powerful version of the Lightning Spear, but it requires the soul of Gwyn, who is literally, basically he's a weird guy, to be honest with you, but he basically controls light itself or something like that, or something.
Okay, does he throw light attacks at you that you can visibly on-screen dodge?
Yes.
Okay, then that is something that we can work with.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so it seems Chosen Undead might be faster, as far as I know, because I know nothing.
If I'm reading this correctly, I don't play faith builds. I only play strength. Who needs the other bullshit?
All right, durability. What's the biggest thing you can take? It generally don't give me like in-game stuff. Give me like a feat that's comparable to something, like a building or a city or a big honking stick or something. I don't know.
Right. Here's where the Dragonborn really shines in my personal opinion. He took multiple attacks from Alduin the World Leader, whose literal deity job is to eat all of existence and create new existence.
Doesn't he have some shout that like does something crazy?
He has several shouts that do crazy things. Personally, I believe the shout that you're probably talking about is called Dragon Rend, which forces all dragons to land on the ground because they force what is normally an immortal dragon to experience what it is to be mortal, which is just an inconceivable thought and causes them like excruciating pain.
Does that work on other creatures?
No, it only works on dragons because they're the only quote-unquote immortal physical beings that can be.
So say if someone could be theoretically immortal through reviving at, say, a campfire, if they hit him with that, you think that would work?
I don't think so. Personally, so the way that the Dragon Rend shout works is that the dragons, as they are in the Elder Scrolls universe, exist almost outside of time itself. Therefore, time has no real effect on their body. So they never age, they never grow older, they can't die, they don't understand what it is to be mortal and to die. What you're doing with the Dragon Rend shout is you're forcing the concept of mortality into their brain, which is so overwhelming that they essentially have a mental breakdown.
So you got reality warping bullshit. Cool.
I mean, he already has reality warping with the Return to Nirn, which physically shifts him between dimensions, but...
Kind of went on a tangent here from durability, but you know what? I'm about it.
He also has the Become Ethereal shout, which allows him to enter an ethereal state in which he cannot be harmed in any physical means, but he also cannot deal any damage until he gives up the ethereal form or until he interacts with something intentional, like opening a door or something or other.
Okay, so just he has a Mario Power Star, but he can't move.
Well, he can move. He can move around.
Yeah, I know, but he can't do anything.
Like, say if Dragonborn tried to disarm the Chosen Undead, that would count as an action. That would disable it.
It's sort of like the invisibility magics from D&D. Think of it like that. Like the second you try, nothing can see you, but you really can't do anything.
Okay, that's fair.
Like you can try to get away, which I don't think you want to do.
You know,
it would allow for better positioning. It can also save them. It could also save them from like a life-ending blow. Like say, I don't know if the Chosen Undead has like a massive super kill move, but say the Chosen Undead's about to use that, Dragonborn uses the Become Ethereal shout, boom, negates all the damage that he would have just taken, and couldn't come up and stab the Chosen Undead in the back. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay, well, back to durability. Okay, so, like, reality warping, massive, maybe universal stuff you got there. What you got think, Jane?
Alright, so, again, it all comes down to this, it also comes down to sorceries and the fates and all that can really kind of help us, that can kind of help the Chosen Undead really shine here. For sorceries, you have stuff like, for durability wise, I'm going off of this, you have fall control, which reduces all damage and noise from fall. However, terminal falls will still kill you while active. Like if you jumped off the world's tallest building, you're probably still gonna die, but like larger falls that would normally like make someone break their legs, he can walk away from it like it was nothing. He can also use hidden body and hidden weapon on himself to make himself to mask his presence and make anything detecting him, harder to make anything trying to detect him have a harder time to do so. And with hidden weapon, he can make his weapon invisible, which doesn't sound like much, but he could be carrying the world's biggest fucking hammer or sword, and it will just look like he's carrying nothing around. There's also Remedy, which will remove any poison or toxic or bleeding buildup, and will cure those statuses as well. He has we have Resist Curse, which will remove any curse buildup on him. And on the side of Miracles, we have Magic Barrier, which will reduce. No, we have Great Magic Barrier, which will reduce about 90% of the damage from magic. Again, you have the giant dragons that have destroyed entire cities like it was nothing. But the Chosen Undead has also moved around objects of various of sizable mass, we're gonna say. But he's also moved around massive like stone doors in areas like that. Like in the prison area of the very beginning of the game, you move these massive steel doors that lead into like a cathedral looking area. And it's just you moving it.
Okay. That's more of a strength.
Oh, he's
feat,
definitely got like the strength and for also for durability. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got off talking.
Yeah, you really did, and you. I find it funny you didn't bring up any of that during the strength section.
I went back to strength. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think
he has survived being dragged through time.
Ooh.
Okay, then that's something we can work with. So yeah, I'm leaning more Skyrim on this, but because it's also the fact that like death metal really doesn't like potentially like it's what would happen with Ganon, where you assume it's a no limit fallacy. Death metal's generally not a fan of those. Like with Ganondorf, for example, theoretically, like, oh, he can only be killed by holy weapons. How well do you take that? Can he only be killed by them, or are they just super effective against him? Because in a no limits fallacy way, then like, okay, sure, if Ganon's hit by someone who's 5,000 times more powerful than him, it's not a holy weapon, he can't die. And I'm like, oh, really? I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, can you really just keep coming back infinitesimally? Like, that's the real question here. Yeah, because assuming if he can disrupt it, then obviously the Dragonborn wins. If he can't disrupt it, then theoretically the Chosen Undead would eventually win after just wearing him down for blah, blah, like 20, 30, maybe 100 battles.
But at that point, that's kind of...
At that point, I would say that Skyrim is definitely... Yeah, I'm definitely leaning the death metal might give him at least one, but I don't think they'd give him infinite respawn unless it's like a super big thing in canon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Maybe.
Solid maybe. I can respect that, Dick Chick.
Yeah.
Well, you two... you have a thing? Go ahead.
I'm not certain about that. But anyways, yeah, that's all I've got. Again, I'm only going off of Dark Souls 1. There's just some very basic things from Dark Souls 2.
Fair enough. I appreciate your help.
Yes.
Yes.
God help us if they're using Dark Souls 3 stuff, because there's stuff in there I don't fucking know.
I guess we'll find all that out in a week from today. All right, YouTube, you've heard what the two experts think.
Don't even get me started on the fact that, technically speaking, Dragonborn could achieve Kim.
I'm gonna pretend like I understand what that means. Anyway, bye YouTube. You heard what the experts say. I'm leading Skyrim. We'll figure it out in the reaction. Okay, bye.